Hey, what's good guys? My name is D-Free and welcome back to another Dragon Ball Super discussion video in which today we're going to be talking about Gohan's character specifically and the way that he's been handled between the Dragon Ball Super anime and the manga, and if he could potentially get some sort of power up in the series, just my overall thoughts on it. So overall, pretty much I think that Gohan is an interesting character because you see his progression already in the series. You know, it starts off with, hey, I'm a scholar, I don't care about anything, I don't fight, I don't train. Oh, my daughter is born. Now I've got to be more of a fatherly figure. Oh, Frieza shows up. Okay, I've got to fight because my dad is away, which is very important because Gohan has always looked up to his father in that sense, like, hey, my father's always going to protect me. He's the strongest guy in the universe. He'll always protect me. You know, Goku's not there, so he actually has to wind up fighting, and he fights, of course, he does what he can, but ultimately we get revelations, and they didn't say this stuff in the movie, but in the anime they made sure to reference it, which is very interesting to note. Gohan continually pointed out how he's weaker, his body can't handle his power, he can't handle this or that, he's just not strong enough. He made several references to that, and you know, his last whim was pushing out all his power to the max so his father could sense him and arrive at the battlefield. And then from there, after the Frieza fight's all over and done, Piccolo's revived and everything, he proceeds to ask Piccolo, hey, can you train me? And Piccolo says, yeah, be sure to be prepared to train up your dull body. Now, this is interesting because that's actually a lot of character development so far. Granted, it's kind of what we would expect from Gohan, but I think that if Gohan were to train, he would get significantly stronger. I mean, Vegeta even stated whenever they were deciding who would participate in the tournament that Gohan is the one with the most potential out of all of them. And that's something very interesting to note, is that these guys have become Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyans at this point, and Vegeta is still referencing Gohan as the one with the most potential to be the strongest out of all of them. But this is where we kind of get into blurred lines and, you know, the inconsistencies between the anime and the manga, because Gohan has gotten back to training. His father and Vegeta are back on Beerus' planet, but this is, from all accounts, all of we know, directly after Gohan started training again. But when Vegeta references Gohan, Goku's like, nah, he's just a scholar, he doesn't fight anymore. But that completely contradicts the fact that Gohan should be training at this point. So I don't really know if Gohan is going to be the one that participates in the tournament and replaces Majin Buu, because if you guys didn't know, spoiler alert, in the latest manga chapter 8, I believe, Majin Buu failed the written exam. But getting back to Gohan, you know, a lot of people kind of speculated, yeah, he's going to be inside of Buu, or Buu's going to fail the test and Gohan is going to replace him and things like that. And that's ways you can involve Gohan in the Universe 6 tournament. I think that Gohan is an interesting case once again because they've made it a point to continually write him out of the story. It gets to the point where it's almost trivial in my opinion, because you get stuff like Gohan is busy, Gohan's here, he's there. They even said he's at a conference when everybody, including the Pilaf gang, as insignificant as they are, although they're making a bit of a comeback in Dragon Ball Super, I mean, they're the most irrelevant characters there because you have Goku's friends and family in the Pilaf gang, guys that he doesn't even remember. So it's like, you know, everybody's even there traveling to the Universe 6 tournament but Gohan. Gohan is the only one not there. Pan and Videl are there, for Christ's sakes. Gohan is just not there because he's at a conference. But I think that based on the events of it and how it happened, we may or we may not even see a replacement for Majin Buu, because this tournament is very Baba tournament-esque, meaning that it's a survival match. You can go until you lose. Goku, theoretically, if he's strong enough and can do it, he can win the first match against Botamo and complete all of them, all the matches, and go all 5, and nobody else will ever have to fight if he can win every single fight. That's not going to happen, of course, but it's a possibility based on the nature of this tournament. And so what I'm saying is that they don't necessarily need a replacement for Buu. They don't. But I think Gohan would be a good idea, because if you look at the replacement options, unless they're bringing in a completely unknown character that we haven't come across or experienced in some way, which is completely viable, you're looking at characters like Gotenks and the humans. None of those guys are going to suffice. They're just not, and whatnot. So I think Gohan will be the best candidate because he could possibly have the biggest power boost out of all these characters, because he would be training seriously. Depending on when they train, Piccolo already may have gotten powered up and trained with Whis, and Piccolo may come back with some new tricks. We don't know to treat Gohan at that point. I think Gohan has the most potential, as Vegeta stated, but overall, all in all, I don't think that Gohan is going to have any significant role in Dragon Ball Super. Like I said so many times in my videos, Gohan was built in Dragon Ball Z. He was built up from being a 4-year-old kid to being the savior of Earth. He was built up the entire series as the #2 character, above Vegeta, above everybody else. He was the second most important character in the series behind Goku, who's obviously going to be the main character because he's the protagonist. Gohan was built up to be that, but that will never happen again. Gohan is not that type of character. If you look at his progression, Toriyama has taken him in a completely different way. He's not going to be the main hero again, but I do think Gohan, if he were to fight, you know, could potentially knock out a villain or two, and, well, not a villain because we don't know what the stakes are or who the opponents are, but he could at least, you know, win a match or two. But that's neither here nor there. Bottom line is, I don't think Gohan's going to have a significant role. I don't expect him to participate in the tournament, but I do expect him to get a lot stronger from Piccolo's training. So if anything else does happen, I don't expect Gohan to get, you know, bitchified like he did in the Resurrection F Saga, because let's just be honest, I was sitting there like, Gohan, like, why are you not dodging? While Frieza was just playing fucking, I don't even know what the game would be at that point. He was just blasting him, and just Gohan's just standing there taking the L. So let me know you guys' thoughts down below. This is a bit of an open question. Let me know how you guys feel about Gohan in general. Do you think he could participate in the tournament? Do you think he would replace Majin Buu? How strong do you think he could get from training? Let me know how you guys feel about it. That's it for me, guys. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.